All right, guys, thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
So what we're going to do, we're going to dive into it and see why you guys picked up instruments in the first place.
Oh,
Wonderful.
So then we're going to lead into why you guys are here, why you have a band, and all that fun shit.
Okay, cool.
So let's tell the world. So let's start at the end over there.
Ooh, I get to
The
start.
drummer.
Yeah.
Take that mic right there.
All right. Well, oh, you want me to like take
Yeah, hold
it?
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
smokes.
So take that mic. So all right. So what's your name?
Name is Sean Catney. Play drums.
Cool. So are you one of those kids that used to like bang on pots and pans or a little, or do you just like one day?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So tell me about that. Was this something that you were bored as a child and you like to break Legos and shit?
Yeah,
or
you
is
know,
it-
it's instruments are expensive. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
So you find what you have. You know what I mean?
Right,
But,
exactly.
And I think elementary school they offered like the snare drum. That's how I started, really. Yeah, because it was like, all right, yeah, beating on pots and pans. Let's put it on a snare. And then actually in middle school they had a jazz band where they moved me to like the drum kit. And I guess we can say that the rest is history there.
Yeah, so you actually started in a jazz band. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
I hear
yeah,
so many
so-
people start off on the spackle bucket and shit. You know,
Yeah. Well, it
So
was.
you're in
Yeah,
jazz
I
band.
was that. But yeah, as soon as I could get on a kit, sure. You know, you play the snare. You're like, man, I want some more. You know,
Exactly.
so and then the kit comes into play. So.
No, that's awesome.
So yeah, that was elementary age. So
Okay.
I've been playing for a little while.
And do you remember how old you were when you got like your first actual real kit? Like an actual
Yeah,
kit?
to be honest with you, I was probably, again, monetary reasons. I was probably 14.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you got the years in there. That's cool.
Well, I was like late. You know, I've been beating on him since I'm 3.
Yeah.
You know, so like, but to be able to play the kit.
Yeah.
Is maybe a little less, 12, right? I guess what's elementary, fifth
Yeah,
grade.
around 12.
Yeah, so 12 years old.
Yeah, when
So,
you're 13, you think you're really cool.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
I'm 13,
definitely.
you know, I can bang and play some crazy Metallica and Slayer and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I was trying. Let's put it that way.
So, did you actually have a band like during your teenage years, or you just kind of?
Yeah, actually, I grew up in a lot of metal bands.
Oh, wow.
Some pretty big, some pretty small, and everything in between. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, the years have definitely been pretty good to me as far as drums go.
Oh, that's awesome. So what's it like always being like behind the kit? Sometimes you get kind of neglected on the stage, or is it something that?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm not
Yeah.
pretty, you know, so that's good. That's good.
Wow.
I sit back there. No one needs to see me. I'm good. But
Yeah.
I put on a little show, so I'll get my own when it's my turn, I guess, you know.
Yeah, that's why I said drummers get missed out. That's why I purposely put a camera right there for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
you
I see that, yeah. Yeah,
So
it's
that's-
like freaking me out,
Yeah,
but we're good.
All right, cool. So how did you guys hook up? So as far as like the drummer portion, were you like the starter of the band, or you a
Actually,
replacement?
Kyle was. I think
Really?
that this band actually formed via Facebook, like one of those
Oh,
Facebook
really?
pages that
Yeah.
is 99.999% cover bands.
Yeah.
You know, Kyle will tell this better, but yeah, he had dozens of songs written, and he was looking for a drummer. And I hit him up because he was the only person that wasn't looking to do 90s and 2000s covers.
Oh, that's cool.
So, so I hit him up, and that was like a year and a half ago, right, guys? Now?
Yeah.
A year and
Yeah,
a
yeah.
half.
You guys
So,
been jamming for a year and a half?
for
That's
a year
great.
and a half, and
Okay.
well, as we go down, you'll hear the timeline how
Yeah,
it all
exactly.
how it all worked out. But so yes, it started with Kyle and myself.
So are you the first drummer, or are you actually a replacement drummer?
No, this band is new.
Oh,
so,
wow. Oh, that's cool. That's good to
and
hear.
Kyle is actually he's singer songwriter, so he's also a drummer, bass player, keyboard, everything, the whole thing. So
Oh, wow.
he.
Yeah, because a lot of times I hear these stories 2 months later. Oh, we get a new drummer, a new bass player, a new drummer, a new bass player. But that's cool. A year and a half. That's awesome.
Year and a half, and yeah, it's the same. It's the same. We just picked Adam up, as you'll hear shortly. So,
Yeah.
so it was like the 3 piece. Right?
Because the one thing I feel like the world needs to know, they need to know like all the work behind the scenes. You don't hear a band come up on stage, you know, they're cool, they're jamming, all right, they get a little, a couple minutes to play their songs, but there's a lot of fucking work behind that.
Yeah,
You
it's
gotta realize,
relentless.
like
Yeah.
dedication, like you guys work all day, then you come out here at night. You have to find time to
Absolutely.
meet up and practice, and you have to write the songs.
Yeah.
You like it, you might not like it, you have to agree. It's a lot of work. So people have to realize that having a band is not just, we just pick up a guitar and start playing.
No, it's nothing like that. Time and money. You can ask every one of the girlfriends or wives.
Right.
Like.
Right. Exactly. And now with the social media, the digital age, the competition's crazier than it's ever been. So it's like you have all this competition, you probably you obviously can't make a living, so you really have to have a passion and love music to do it.
Absolutely.
You're not going to give up the little free time you have to do something you don't like, so.
Now I tell these guys all the time, dude, it's got to be worth it for me, because I don't want to sound like the old guy, but I am the old guy in this band, and I've been doing it a long time, so it's progression or...
Yeah, like all the shit you could be doing in the world. You could be so many things. You know, you could be starting a business, making millions of dollars, whatever it is.
Exactly,
You decided to put your time into drums, into a band. So, you know, I respect that, and I feel like the world needs to know that. You know, like these guys, these musicians, they give a lot of their time to learn it. So it's really a passion. They do it because they love music.
Absolutely.
All right, well, I really appreciate that. Thank you.
Cool.
Let's piece of passing on down, Kyle.
There you go.
Oh, we're gonna do it.
So were you playing like the Mickey Mouse guitar in your 5? Is that
Yes.
how you start?
I swear to God, I had a little guitar like this big. It was electric too. So
Oh,
I
shit.
plugged it into like a 9-volt battery operated amp that you get in like Walmart or something. And I used to jam on that. And then I started hitting garbage cans. And
Did
then
you really?
I went in my boiler room, my basement one day and found a drum set. And I was like, what the hell is this? It didn't even have skins on. I was just hitting the rings. And one day after school, my dad took me. I got new skins for it, new kick pedal, some cymbals, and I built a kit and then had a lot of fun. I went back and forth, drummer, guitar, my whole life.
Yeah, that's a pretty good foundation because some guitar players never pick up a drum kit. For
I think it
starting out
helps.
Drums and no guitar, it's good. Yeah.
It helps because you kind of understand it.
Yeah.
Like I love Dave Grohl. He
Yeah.
started as a drummer, and now he's a singer, songwriter, guitar player, but he gets the drum aspect of it. So his songs are like percussive, and
Yeah, exactly. So
all his interviews say it. So that's what I kind of try to do. I hear the drum beat as I'm making the song, and I just kind of like do a demo and I show Sean, and then he plays his drums to it, and it sounds awesome. I'm like, great.
Yeah, so when you're creating, you kind of keep all that in mind as far as like how the drums would go with it and how the dynamics go,
Yeah.
and how like different beats and chord progressions would go with your songs. So
The
that's pretty
chemistry was there from the get-go, though.
Oh, it was?
I don't stray too far from the path. Like, hey, Kyle, what would you do? You know, you have a preference on this? And the chemistry was there
Sure.
from the get-go. You know, it's like, all right, what would you play, Kyle? And it's like, well, no, that's what I'm playing. You know, so it
no,
works.
that's
It
great.
does
Yeah,
work.
but you don't have to have tension and point fingers. Well, no, I want the roll to be here. I want to put a fill here. Or I want to start it off with a 4/4 beat. Whatever. So that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like how it's been. Like I like he said, I had like a couple of songs written and recorded, and then like showed it to these guys. They played it, and we re-recorded it. And now I kind of like understand his drum fills. So like when I write the songs, I write them around his fills.
Yeah.
And then like I'll put them in the demo, and then he'll play them in real life. I'm like, perfect. That's the way I wrote it.
Yeah, because I can see he's got a badass style. He's got like that technique where the drums just need to be. I'm listening like, wow, that's exactly that part of the song where you hear the crash. You hear
We
the
try to do.
That's good. Some guys just do.
It's got a compliment.
So no, you are a badass drummer.
Don't make me
No,
watch
you are.
this early in the
I know you tell right away somebody's good. Especially when they said you could play later.
Top tier local drummer.
Yeah. So is this your first actual band, or how does this whole thing start?
Well, yeah, my first actual original band, real band. I played in a band with my brothers when I was younger. We had a little 3-piece.
Yeah.
I was the only one that took it seriously. Every night I was like, let's go practice in the garage.
Yeah.
And they didn't really want to that much. I mean, they did, but most of the time they were like, no, not tonight. And I'd be down there with my guitar by myself, blasting, doing like Jimmy Page solos with a ton of reverb.
Oh, that's cool,
That was fun.
Yeah, that's what's so fun about it. Just fucking do whatever the fuck you want, whatever comes out.
Mhm.
That's the cool part.
That's the creative part of it. Sometimes it comes to me, and sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah. So do you have a certain songwriting strategy, like when you write songs, or is it just kind of like you have like a certain, a lot of bands have a certain formula, to do like verse, chorus, verse, bridge, chorus, and outro. You guys could stick to that.
We're kind of like right now we're still figuring that out.
Yeah.
Mostly I wrote like most of the songs, and then we kind of just like started playing them. Then we reworked a few drum fills, a few words, a few melodies. Right now, the way it's been going is I sit at home and I write a song in 5 minutes, and then I like branch off it. And the next thing I know, I'm spending like 2 weeks on it, and it sounds completely different than the beginning. And then I demo it, and then I send them videos all along the way, like, how does this sound? How does this sound? And then they're like, let's do it in drop D. Oh, right there, we need to do this, and kind of build it together through text almost, and then play it together in person.
It eventually comes to a point where you're like, all right, love it,
Unrelenting.
right? Exactly. That's awesome. So, what's your plan with this band? You plan on going to do like touring, or kind of you guys want to grow? Or?
Well, we got families, wives, kids. I want to try to be rock stars, but we want to play some music for some people who like it. That's all. All I ever want out of this is just to play music somewhere and people actually listen to it and like it. And go to iTunes and download the album and maybe learn a few lyrics.
Exactly. And that's the best. When you do something you like, that's what it's all about. You know, do
Yeah.
what you like to do, and that's awesome. That's
Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
be like playing too many shows and
Nah, to make it like that, it's crazy. Some of these younger kids think they're gonna be like they know the next like Led Zeppelin or like Metallica. Come on.
Yeah.
You gotta realize they earned that space.
The amount of progressive rock and progressive
Yeah.
metal that has hit in the scene over the last year is just so
Yeah.
overwhelming.
It's insane out there,
Yeah.
especially now. Like, it's not that hard to go on Spotify, Amazon Music. You know, you can go put yourself out there easily, YouTube and all these different apps. So if you're in like a sea, I would say,
Yeah.
like I tell everybody from like Maine to Florida, picture the whole entire beach, all a grain of sand. That's what you're doing. So if you're doing it for that reason, you know, have fun. But
Mhm.
if you're not doing it for fun, it's not going to be fun. So if you're doing it for fun, that's the best reason to do it if you like it. You know?
yeah, I try to be realistic about
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
Like I'm not gonna be playing the garden, but
Yeah. Hey, one day you do, you don't, right? It's
just
not
want to
like-
play some local scenes. That's
Yeah,
it.
exactly. Have play, have fun, get your name out there. All right, that's
That'd be
cool.
nice.
Awesome. So, bass player here. How did he come to the mix? How did Tom come to the mix?
Well, I saw a post on Facebook with a bunch of photos of Sean's home studio, and I'll be honest, my first thought was I'd be stupid if I didn't try to play there. But also I was on Facebook looking through that group for the same reason that, you know, like Kyle and Sean were. I was trying to find a group that was trying to do something original, because there's tens of thousands of cover bands just
everywhere.
everywhere.
Every Friday,
And,
Saturday night, every bar you go to.
and some of them are just trying to be super specific. Like,
Yeah.
I need a 50-year-old bass player who can play, you know, God knows what.
Right.
Just so that, but
Yeah.
we're going to play nothing but Seven Nation Army for the rest of the night. Like, that's how. That's kind of how it feels. Yeah. So when I saw that, like, they wanted to do an original pop punk group, and they already had some stuff written for it, that really, you know, caught my attention. A, because I'm a big fan of pop punk as it is,
Oh, yeah.
and B, because, you know, I had been in too many cover bands and too many bands that had just not had any interest in
Yeah, it's like
in
one waste of your
working,
time, right?
in working at the music. So I just was like, hey, if these guys are as motivated to do this as I am, then
Yeah.
this is I have to reach out. So I reached out, and not 10 minutes after I sent the message, I got something back from you.
You
that-
know, I'm instant. Doesn't
Yeah,
matter what I do.
instant.
I'm
Instant.
instant. So I'm very responsive.
Yeah, and not well, a week, 2 weeks after we set that up, we were in the basement playing, and, you know,
It's quick.
yeah, it clicked immediately.
Yeah.
You know, we bounce ideas off of each other's, you know, and I think what I like to think is a pretty efficient manner. Most of the time, there are definitely times where we're just kind of beating around the bush, but
Yeah.
for the most part, when we try to do something new, it takes a couple of tries, it takes a couple of reworking of ideas, but eventually we get there and we come up with something that I think is, you know, pretty solid.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
Oh, yeah.
Collaboration, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. So would you pick up the bass as younger too, or you
Um,
background to another instrument?
See, that's a hard one to answer, because I didn't really get started in music until I was about, I'd say 12, and I started with piano, and it was
Oh, wow.
because my grandfather had passed and I inherited his piano. After that, you know, I started getting more into music and
Playing the violin.
No, God, no. God, no.
Like instruments that are impossible.
I like women, sir. So it actually, I became friends with this one person, and he started teaching me to play guitar. I ended up joining this like church band, even though I never really went to church. And instead of playing guitar, I ended up playing bass, and I came to like that a lot more. And yeah, you can definitely say that it was like, oh, it was easier to learn than guitar
Yeah.
in some ways, yeah.
Yeah.
But
But bass, you have to understand the reason why. It's not just hitting on 4 strings. Because there's a
Right.
reason you have a bass in a band. You know?
right.
If you're trying to record out without it, you'll understand.
Yeah, like a really good reason to have a bass player in the band is so that he can collect all of your shit for you before you start playing.
There you go. Another guy to point the finger at.
My bad.
And you know, I think I really started falling into bass around 15 or 16, and then since then that's just kind of been my go-to instrument. I don't really see myself. I don't really play my guitar quite as much as I play my bass ever.
Yeah, no, it's good because some people, like I hear a lot of these bands, they just get a bass player because they need somebody so to pick it up. They don't know what they're doing. They just pretend they're hitting on a couple notes just to fill in. But
Oh,
they
just
understand.
play the roots, buddy.
Yeah,
That's all. You got it.
Yeah, exactly. Just play opening and 1 and 2. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's been a lot of fun, especially in this group. It's I think things have taken shape pretty well.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. That's awesome. All right, and what's your name again?
Adam.
Yeah, I found out you actually live in the same town as me. What's up, man?
Yeah, how's it
And he's an
going?
electrician.
Yeah, I'm the new guy. So.
So what made you guys want to have 2 guitar players? So I see a lot of bands now just have like a trios.
Well, they posted about it online, and I knew Kyle. I'll say we practiced in a cover band for a while. And,
Like 4 years. It was like 3.5 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I wanted to do some original stuff, so I hit Kyle up and went to a practice with them, and it was good. It was good stuff. So yeah, here I am.
Yeah, it definitely adds the finishing touch, especially the type of music with 2 guitars. You know, it just really balances it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just, you have to have that, you know, that type of, I guess, heaviness or more guitar sound with this type of style. You know.
Yeah.
I think we ended up coming to the conclusion that it was like necessary at one point
Yeah,
to have a
definitely.
second
Yeah.
guitar.
Yeah, you could definitely hear like a night and day difference between 1 and 2.
Sure.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's too empty.
Yeah, especially here, you know, we have to adjust all the levels because it's so big. You know?
Yeah.
Because normally I have 1 guitar player here. It's the first time me doing this with 2, and now I see why 2 guys coming in. But yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely. So what's your history on guitar? Or something you start playing with child or
Yeah.
pick it up one day?
Well, I actually I started playing alto saxophone.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Yeah, damn, you got the music in.
Back in elementary school. Yeah.
I hear
Oh,
such
shit.
Nah. Yeah, so I played that for a while. Learned how to like read music and stuff, which I cannot do anymore. I started playing guitar, I guess, in the beginning of high school, maybe. Picked up my dad's guitar, just kind of fiddled around with it.
Yeah.
I also had a bass at one point,
Yeah.
so I kind of learned how to like play like power chords on like a bass.
Yeah.
Knew how to, like where the fretboard, how it worked, and everything. Started fiddling around with the guitar, and I liked the guitar a lot better than everything else, so I stuck with that. And yeah, I can play the piano a little bit. I'll play around on that. Absolutely awful at drums. I don't play drums at all, but they are fun. But yeah, I can't.
Bang on there.
Yeah.
Like when you try to hear James Hetfield play drums, you know, funny as hell, he goes back there sometimes. But yeah, no, that's awesome, man. It definitely does the finishing touches with you guys. You guys definitely sound really good. You kick ass.
Cool.
And I really appreciate it. So tell everybody, so what's the name of your band? Where do we find you at?
Heal the Wounded.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram, a Facebook. We have some stuff on YouTube. We made 1 music video, which was an exhausting effort, but it came out so cool. Hope to do more, but like I said, it's a big effort to do a music video.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot of work.
Also, what I say, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. That's really it right now. I'm not gonna go crazy.
Yeah, it's alright. It's too many. You get overwhelmed. That's
Yeah.
why I have this. For the bands that go on here, I'm doing all the posting, so it's going to go on a lot of other channels for you guys. You don't have to worry about that.
Wonderful.
I'm trying to
Thank
take
you.
care of it. Yeah, of course. Like I said, I see all. No, of course. I see all the work and all the effort. Somebody needs to help somebody's bands out. You know, it's enough just getting together. Never mind marketing. That's a whole.
Oh yeah, it's a
It's a
business.
full-time job in
You're right.
itself.
Exactly.
Right
You're
there,
right.
so.
That's
It's business.
what it is.
Yeah.
And just out of curiosity, the name. Is there any particular meaning behind that, or how did you come up with the name?
What did I do? Years ago, I tried to start a band with a couple of my other friends, and they flaked out, or one of them did. And I had a list of names that we would come up with, and we never came up with a name. We practiced for months, and every band practice, I would say, "Come on, guys, we gotta think of a name." And I knew, I know what name sounds cool, and in my head, I thought it did.
Yeah.
I had a list of other ones, and I saved them in my phone. And then when we put this together, I was like, I got a list of band names, and I just started throwing them out there, and then eventually Heal the Wounded stuff. And it's hard though, because when I post on Instagram and I put hashtag Heal the Wounded, it's like
You're welcome.
Yeah,
Celebrate.
yeah.
Healing all the wounded people across the world. So I gotta write heal the wounded.
I dare you to YouTube Heal the Wounded.
Yeah. It's gonna be like nurses.
I tried to search it. I was looking for something else online.
You're
I
gonna
searched
get,
it.
you're gonna get a lot of medical tools, a lot of medical advice, and then somewhere in there, you're gonna find out music.
Yeah, it's tough. It's lost. We gotta get more
on
popular.
Google, I was getting all like cast and bloody shit, you know. So I'm like, okay, I'll do the Instagram.
My biggest fear is someone's gonna be 2 minutes deep into our video and go, I really don't think this is how I dress a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Or show up to a show like this is not medical school.
Yeah.
This is not the medical convention.
But then
I
again,
thought I
some
was
of the
going
names
to.
of these bands, you hear like buried 6 feet under the earth with an axe on my head, you know. So
Yeah.
That's a little ridiculous.
There's some crazy names. I guess they're running out of names.
Oh yeah.
Some of those grindcore bands, you really hear some of those names. It's like,
2 to 3 words. That is what you're looking for.
Yeah, right. 1 to 3 words.
Yeah.
It's simple, exactly.
I like it. It's different. It's us. It's unique. It's whatever.
Yeah, it definitely fits for us.
All right, well, awesome guys. Again, you guys kick ass. You sound really good in my studio here for what you have to work with, especially that. And so they're going to give you guys 3 songs that they feel like you guys should hear. So
Yeah.
we're going to cut this recording and then we'll go to that.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, this song, I guess it has to do with in a relationship, people not being who they really were in the end. So they're like perfect at first, and then they turn into a nut job. All right, something like that. All right, here we go. Oops. Tonight I fall asleep with you, drifting off thinking of the truth. Tonight it would just be me and you. In the morning you're off to school. Did I deserve this? You made this deserving. Pain wasn't worth it. Sorry I hurt you. Figure it out one day, I promise.
Hell yeah. Sounds good.
This next song is called No Clue.
How does this one go? Play that first riff.
That made this song cool. That's that cool shit.
Yeah. No, that was a perfect.
That was cool.
Great. All right. Next song. This is the Jesus. This next song is Change of Scenery. It's the title track of the album. And this is the first song we really all started playing together. And this is the first song that I wrote that I actually felt like, oh my God, I need a band to play it because I thought it was so cool. So we're going to play it for you, and hopefully we play it good. This is Change of Scenery. Change of Scenery.
can sing it.
No, that sounds good.
Is it alright if we record one more just in case?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, go
Just
ahead.
in case it might sound good.
Yeah, get another one.
Reflection?
That one's 16, 159, I believe, for fucking 6. Because I just remember that one being a fucking weird.
I might not be able to do it.
Come on.
I gotta hear vocals, you gotta scream.
What?
I gotta hear vocals for this one, so you gotta.
Alright, we're gonna play it. I don't even know if I know it.
Yeah, it's brand new. We never.
Alright, this is a new song we're working on, but we played it enough times. We're confident enough we can get through it right now.
This will be on the second album.
We'll try right now.